Okay, so today from the HYC we came to meet the honorable speaker as well as in the capacity of the chairman of the High Power Committee of the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly. See, after what happened during this last few months, the fall of the dome in the newly constructed assembly building, then after much things has been said regarding the construction of this new assembly building. See, from our side, we have filed an RTI application to find out what are the financial implications of the construction of this building, whether there has been any misappropriation of funds, whether there has been any technical changes in the construction of the assembly building. See, we have filed the RTI application in the office of the chief engineer, PWD building. What is astonishing is that there are certain informations which should have been with the office of the chief engineer building. In fact, but then they don't have those information, and our RTI application was forwarded to the office of the executive engineer, Shillong division of the PWD building. We have asked for the LOA or the letter of award awarded to the company, to the construction company, and we have also asked for the proceeding of the HPC, who has approved the construction company as well as the construction of the cost of tender. During this RTI, in this information that we got, partly from the office of the chief engineer and partly from the office of the executive engineer, we found certain things. Firstly, during the meeting of the HPC that was held on the 28th of February 2019, during the earlier speakership of late Dr. Don Kuparoy, they have approved the name of this Uttar Pradesh Rajkiya Nigam Limited something, and they have issued an LOA for a tender cost of 127 plus crore. Okay, but then there are in the tender during the time when the tender was floated, we have found that the cost or the estimated cost for the construction of the new assembly building is for 105 crores. That is the estimated cost prepared by the PWD building of the state. But when it came to the knowledge of the HPC, it is found that that particular bidder, it has scored for a price of 127 crores, which is 21% above the estimated cost. Then some of the members of the HPC asked the question, why did this bidder quoted this much higher, 21% higher of the estimated cost? Then the chief engineer of PWD building explained to the members two things. Firstly, the SOR was prepared the schedule of SOR is for 2015 and 16. The cost, the tender was floated in the year 2018-19. So there was a considerable, increase in the cost of material. That is one justification. Second justification is that in the general clauses of contract, there is a paragraph 7.0 which stated that there cannot be any post-escalation during execution period. Which means that once the LOA has been issued, if the contractor has already started the work, there won't be any further escalation. Okay, so based on those two clarification given by the chief engineer of the PWD building, the HPC approved that cost of 127 crore, even if it is 21% above the estimated cost. And it was also directed to the PWD building that LOA should be issued to this company. So in the month of March 2019, LOA was issued to this particular firm for the construction of the project. Then we came to know from the RTI, when asked from the office, that particular part which has been transferred to the office of the executive engineer PWD building, that the cost from 127 crores, which is the approved cost in which the LOA has been issued, in which the HPC has approved, now the cost has gone up to 177 crore. And it is also stated by this same office of the executive engineer that the original approved cost is 141 crore. Now the question is, how did this executive engineer PWD building came up with that original approved cost? When the LOA issued is 127 crore, the HPC approved the bidding process or the bid price of this company at 127 crores. There is an escalation of about 50 crores more than the estimated cost. So we found that there is something fishy going on here. And we have also asked, see, the Legislative Assembly is the owner of this building, of the newly constructed assembly building. The PWD building is just the executive agency, the implementing agency. Now, if you escalate the price from 127 crores to 177 crores, has you sought the permission or the approval of the owner of the building? To that question, the executive engineer of the PWD building said that it has never been sought for. No approval was taken from the Legislative Assembly or from the HPC. So now the question that arises, who gives the power to the executive engineer of the PWD building to escalate this price? Is there any misappropriation, or is there anything that is going on? Maybe through this 50 crores escalation, someone has benefited.